not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump on in. So starting off, we're going to be using this. I should have opened everything. Why do I do this? I'm using this L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base. I'm a part of their Studio Secrets Professional line. This is what the jar looks like. It only comes with half an ounce, and I believe it was $12. So I know Jen Phelps talks about this primer, and she really recommends it. Ooh, it's very like feels like softer than a putty. It honestly feels like cake frosting, in my opinion. Sort of. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit just where I need it. Oh my gosh, it feels pretty thick though when you try to apply it to your skin. Definitely is gonna have silicones. I feel like it has to. It feels like a silicone. It's for filling in your pores. It says under the eyes. I would never use this under the eyes. To smooth fine lines, nose and cheeks, to minimize the appearance of pores and blemishes, and the T-zone for a matte result. So I'm gonna just, whatever's left of my finger, I'm gonna put it on my nose. I normally don't like to put product directly on my nose because I feel like that kind of compromises the foundation in the sense that it doesn't stick very well. So this is very silicone-y, and I don't want that. I want my foundation to stick, so I just use whatever little bit was on my finger and I rub it on my nose, just to get that mattifying effect. I didn't know this was matte. I just thought it was a pore filling. And then I also got the Ordinary foundations. That's what I'm going to be using today. I got the shades Too Neutral. Oh my gosh, I should have opened these. I got the shade Too Neutral, which I think is going to be actually very close. If not, I might have to mix a little bit of the, I got 3 shades actually. I got 3 shades. 2.1 yellow, and then the 2.0 neutral. And then I also got the 3. This one looks really deep for me, so I don't know if you can tell. This is technically, okay, so this is 2.0 neutral, and this is 2.1. And look how, look at the jump between those 2 shades. They're so, I want to say there's like a 2 or 3 shade difference between these. Oh, and they're super liquidy. You can hear that. And then I wasn't sure what shade I was going to be, so I picked up 3 by mistake. Way too dark, guys, but they're almost the same. That's what cracks me up. So this is 2.1 and 3, and they look almost identical. They look like the same shade. I think this one looks a little more green, this one looks a little more orange, but are the same depth in my opinion. They're not, one's not deeper than the other. Just one's a little bit more, I don't know, in person they look almost identical, but on camera one is looking a little more green. 3 is looking a little more green, and then yellow, 2.1 is looking a little more warm, like an orangey shade. Anyways, we have those. I think I'm just gonna try the neutral one. I am pretty neutral usually, so I'm hoping that will be the case today. All right, so I'm back. So I got my sponge. This is just the e.l.f. Total Face whatever. I do have a brush ready in case I don't like the way it applies with a sponge, and then I will try it with a brush. I can't talk today, oh my goodness. It's been quite the, I was gonna spray it on my face. That's probably not a good idea. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, so it's super liquidy. I did 3 pumps on my hand. And then I'm going to dot it all over my face. Ooh, it looks just a little bit light. It is looking a little bit light. I may have to get like one pump of the other one. Another shade, I mean. Just because, yeah, there has to be some sort of... She's 3. They're so similar. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I don't want to get it like dirty. I like shake it really quick and try and get, oops, one pump. Okay, there we go. Almost went overboard. Let me just blend it in with the other shade. Oops. Maybe I didn't grab enough. Anyways, I'm just gonna grab whatever's on the back of my hand with that deeper shade and then try to blend it all in. So I want to say that's a good match. I think it's really, really close. I think it's just a little bit light for me. But I think that's really, really nice. It looks good on the skin. I want to say it's only like light medium, like in the medium spectrum of coverage, but it's definitely more on the light to medium spectrum of coverage. I don't think it's like full medium coverage. I think it's like barely medium coverage, you know. So I was just taking a little bit that was on the pump on the little spout. Yeah, I mean, I like this coverage. This is definitely something that I would wear every day. It didn't cover all my acne. You can still see, you know, a couple of pimples and stuff peeking through, but it did kind of diffuse it, and it's not as intense, so it does have some coverage. And that's usually what I like to see on everyday products. So I don't have any new concealers or powders, so I'm going to go ahead and skip right through that, and we'll jump on into the next product. So, as you guys saw, I forgot to put on concealer. So I just went off camera for a second to put on some concealer and hopefully not affect the area I set with powder already, because you really shouldn't be using liquids on top of powders. And I had already powdered my face and I needed to go over with concealer right here. Just the darkness around my eyes. I added just a tiny little dot of concealer. Hopefully it's not too... you guys probably didn't even notice. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but I just needed a tiny bit of concealer. I forgot. So I went very minimalist today, just to kind of cover a little bit of discoloration. But that was all I did off camera that you guys did not see. I just used my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I just added the tiniest little dot kind of to neutralize that. So my skin feels really, really nice. I don't know if it's the foundation or the primer, but it feels so nice. And then I just set with my e.l.f. matte setting powder. So I'm really liking it right now. It's very again, still medium, very light medium coverage. I'm really liking it. It looks really smooth and flawless on my skin. I hope you guys can see that. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. So the next product that I have to try today is the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer in the shade Prismatic Bronzer. So this, honestly, I bought this I actually wanted this. I wanted the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. I heard it was a dupe for the Amrezy highlighter. No, it's not that it's not a dupe. It looks like a very, like the same color, but it's most definitely not the same formula, unfortunately. The Revlon is a little bit more chunky. It's a little bit more glittery. It's not even like glittery. It's just not as... The Amrezy highlighter is like a foiled, very beaming highlighter, and then this one is more of a natural looking highlight, and then it's drier and harder to pick up, and I don't see it. It looks a little more white than it does look gold on the cheeks, you know, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't, it's just not the same. If you wanted like a shade dupe, yeah, it's close enough. It's not a formula dupe. It's not a finish dupe. It doesn't look the same on the cheeks. Like I said, it looks a little more glittery, a little meh. It's definitely not as impactful as the Amrezy one, so I would not call that a dupe. Like, I just would not. And I was like, I was about to swatch it if I had it up here, but I don't see my Amrezy highlight up here. So yeah, I'm gonna use a bronzer today though. I'm not gonna use the highlight because I already, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I have another highlight I'm more excited to try over that one anyway, so that's where I stand on that. Though we're not going to be trying it today, but I am trying the bronzer. This looks really, really natural. It's not really an intense highlight at all. It's very subtle. I'm really not seeing it too much. I'm barely seeing it, and I'm really swirling into the product. So if you like a really natural bronzer, this would be a really nice one. If you want something a little more pigmented, I would pass on this. So sometimes I am feeling a really natural bronzer, like when I want a no bronzer look. I do like bronzer. Or sometimes when I want a bronzer to fix another bronzer, I kind of don't want a pigmented one. I want something like this. Something very, very diffused to kind of help fix another bronzer. Depending on the reason, obviously, but this one isn't very pigmented. If you want something more pigmented, I would pass on this one. But I feel like this would be a very good, like blending out another bronzer if you messed up, if you went too heavy-handed, the tone isn't right for whatever reason. So I went ahead and I would keep this. I will probably use this in the future still. I usually like a little more pigmented, but yeah. Anyways, my blush, sorry I got distracted. I just saw a message on my phone, so. For blush, I'm going to go ahead and use the Essence. This is not new by any means. It's not new. This is a very old product, but I have not tried this. I know a couple of my favorite YouTubers, Juicy Jazz and Andrea Mentiliano, they're my favorite, have raved and raved and raved about this blush, and I could have sworn I had already bought it. And then I checked my collection. I did not have it, and I'm like, ugh, this shade looks so beautiful. It's in the shade Bespoke. It's a little not perfect for it being brand new, but it looks like a beautiful, like, muted bronze blush. So I kind of wanted to go ahead and try it. I thought it would just be so, so pretty. So yeah, I want to go ahead and try this today and see how it looks on my skin. Wow, that's pretty. Guys, it's so, like, bronzy, natural blush. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Like, it's not even doing it justice on camera. It's so pretty in person. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is like the most natural looking, like, most natural. But it is so beautiful. Like, the tone is just perfect. And this is only like $3, guys. Holy cow. That is so nice. That is so nice. Okay, I'm sold. I already love this blush. It is, the tone is just so perfect. If you're like near my skin tone, you need this blush. I don't know how, well, I know Andrea is a lot lighter than me. Juicy Jazz, she's about the same tone as me, like skin tone. But Andrea Mitigliano is a lot lighter than me. She's a light skin tone. And she really loves this. So this tone as well, bespoke. So I'm surprised. I am. What took me so long, you know, it's such a pretty, such a pretty tone. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one today. Like I said, it's really close. Like this is probably the closest shade to the Amreeza highlight, but it's not the same. So that being said, I am super excited to try this one. This is the Catrice. Look how huge this is, guys. I have a big head. Like, let's just, you know, elephant in the room. I have a big head. This is almost an ounce of product. It's 0.98 ounces. That's almost an ounce. You never get an ounce in powder unless it's like a loose powder. But like in a pressed powder, oh my gosh, this is huge. This is so huge. But it's meant for the face and body. I don't use highlight on my body. I use normally like liquid highlighters for that or something. But anyways, I think this looks amazing. It looks, I've heard really, really good things about it. So when I saw it at Ulta, I needed to pick it up. It's so huge. So, oh my goodness. I mean, she's there. Yeah, it's there. That's something. Ooh. Gotta be careful going with a light hand. It's very, very pigmented. Very pigmented. Very blinding. If that's what you want to go for. I do not. Not today, at least. So when I go heavy on my nose, like I did right now, like I have too much on my nose, I just go over with my bronzer brush. I kind of just blend over the areas I already got. I don't add any more product. I just kind of blend it out a little bit to kind of tone it down. Blend it out a little bit. Okay. So I'm digging it. It looks nice. I like it. Okay. Now for eyeshadow, oh my goodness, guys, I got the Juvia's Place, the Taupes by Juvia's. I am so excited about this line overall. I think it's a really neat idea. I thought these were mini palettes. This is not a mini palette. I mean, it only comes with 6 shades. But these are full-size pans. These are bigger than a lot of pans that I've seen. So I consider this a full-size palette, even though it only comes with 6 shades, if that makes sense. Like, because they're just huge pans. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and grab, I'm going to go ahead and go with this one today. I'm going to go in with this most neutral brown shade. The other ones look a little more cool toned, so I'm going to go in with the most neutral for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that down as my transition. Right here. It's not showing up very well, but I did pick a shade that's like closest to my skin tone. So that could be, you know, what's happening right now. That it's just so close to my skin tone. It's not showing up. Okay. The other one doesn't seem any deeper. It just looks, and then this one looks a little too grungy. But okay, I'm gonna have to use it. Yeah, wait a minute though. Before I use that shade, I want to go into, I still want to build a good transition, and I'm not seeing this one. So I'm gonna go in, this is the, I also bought this one at the same time. It is the Nudes by Juvia. And I'm gonna go in to this like mustardy shade. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a little bit of that and kind of put that down where I laid down the first shade, just because I'm not seeing that first shade. And I really want to, you know, have some sort of transition going. That is appearing a little bit better. I'm really surprised just because in the past, Juvia's Place's eyeshadows are really, really pigmented, and I've never had this problem where they're just really, they remind me of Viseart. I hate Viseart. I don't care what anybody says. I hate Viseart. I can't get those freaking eyeshadows to show up on my eye, and I just don't have the patience for it. I tried to build them and they sucked. They never built on my eyes. They just never did. It never appeared. They just blended away. These, as I'm building them up, are appearing. It's on my eye now. But I usually like more pigmented shadows, and Juvia's Place is usually known for more pigmented shadows. So I'm a little confused with what's going on with their formula or their pigment. I mean, it's just not as vibrant as I'm used to. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this deeper shade with a smaller brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of smudge that on the outer V and the crease. It's very grungy. I'm curious to see how that new ColourPop Cool Tone palette is gonna perform. I went ahead and ordered it, but I still haven't gotten it. That one looked really, really nice. The swatches on this one looked really pretty, but I'm having a hard time. Like, it's barely showing up. And I mean, like, maybe it's meant for more fair tones, but that's not a good argument, you know. It should be for every skin tone. I'm not even that deep, so. Anyways, I don't know what shade to use. This gray one or this one. I'm gonna use this one. Let's go ahead. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's like a very, sort of like a mauve-y. Like, it has a tiny hint of like pink and mauve. I love that. I love it. So it's not just like a grungy gray. It's like a pinky mauve-y gray. It's like one of my favorite types of gray for me, for my skin tone. It's like my favorite type of gray. It like suits my skin color. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I'm kind of disappointed there's not a deeper shade. I would have like opted out of this one or made this one deeper, or got rid of that one, or I don't know, made this one more neutral. I need a deeper shade. I need a deeper shade, but I don't have one. So I think that's it for the look. I mean, I really wanted to smoke it out and do some more to it, but I think this is all I have, you know, with what I was given. I really would have liked to have done more for this look, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Juvia's Place. I'm sorry. I wanted to give it another chance. I literally recently decluttered earlier this year all of my Juvia's Place palettes, or most of them. Just because the color stories didn't work for me, and then I got like these two because the color stories excited me, and then they're not the most pigmented. So okay, and now I'm back. Okay, so lastly, I finished off my mascara and my brows off camera. Lastly, I'm gonna do my lip. I got these new LA Girl just lipsticks, LA Girl lipsticks. They're new. I got the shades Nudie and Obsessed. Obsessed just looks a little deeper than what I want. This is the shade Obsessed. It looks prettier on camera. Oh, no, it's pretty in real life too. It's deeper on camera. And then this is the shade Nudie. And this is the shade I want to use today because, you know, no surprise there. I'm a basic B. So I'm going to use the shade Nudie. Okay. I didn't line my lips because I forgot. And the shade is very nude on me. I think the shade Obsessed is going to be a better shade for me. That's okay. Well, I'll just go over it. It's very creamy. They're very creamy lipsticks. There you go. All right. I don't like the undertone of Obsessed as much, but I do like them mixed. You know, I can make them work. This might be a good, like, lightening. Like, if a lipstick's too deep for me, this would be probably a good mixing to lighten. And this one is just a little more pink and mauve-y than I like, but it's still a really nice shade for me. So I don't need any more gloss, but I really want to try these new Maybelline lipsticks. I had to get 3 of them. Holy cow. I've been wanting to use these for a while now, and I was just waiting for a video like this one to test these out for you guys. And I've heard really good things about this, that they're dupes for Fenty Gloss Bombs, and that would just be amazing if it were true. I got 2 of the flat shades. This peachy one is, oh my gosh, where are the shades? Amber. This one is Stone, this pinkier one, and then this glitter shimmery one is Topaz, which I heard is the dupe for the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. So today I'm going to go ahead and use that one and kind of see if that's true. Let's see if this is a dupe for Fenty. The glitter and shimmer looks very much similar. Oh dang. Yeah, it feels very similar. It's not the same now that I have a little bit more time with it. The Fenty is a little bit thicker. This one feels a little bit more oily, just like if I'm trying to like pick out the difference. A little bit thinner and oilier. So, but I mean, it is very sheer. I don't feel like it changed the color of the gloss or the lipstick I was wearing underneath. It's very sheer, very pretty. I like the effect. It's very comfortable. It's not sticky at all. Like I said, it's a little more oily. Fenty is a little more sticky, but it's not sticky at all. But if we're talking about textures, the Fenty one is a little bit more sticky, but it's not sticky. If that makes sense. I don't know how to describe that. Just, you feel it more gloppy on the lip. This one's definitely more oily and thin on the lips. So, but I do recommend it. It's giving the same similar effect. It probably wouldn't last as long because it's oily. But yeah, I like it. It's really, really pretty. I love the idea of just being able to throw this in my bag because it's cheaper and, you know, it gives a similar effect, obviously. And then, you know, Fenty Gloss Bombs are just a lip gloss, so lip glosses don't last long on the lip. I mean, Fenty Gloss Bombs are like my longest lasting lip gloss. My second longest lasting. Alamar Cosmetics, their lip glosses are the longest lasting lip glosses on me personally. Fenty being a very close second. They'll last about like half an hour on the lips. This one, like I said, is oilier, so I don't think it's going to last that half hour like the Fenty Gloss Bomb will, but it's still like, honestly, I just wear my lips for like, you know, a selfie, and I don't care if it wears off. And then, you know, I'll take a selfie and then I'll go eat, and then my whatever lip I'm wearing, you know, fades off because I ate, you know. So I'm not too picky with lip. I have to reapply no matter what lipstick it is, no matter how long lasting it is, just because of how my life is set up. I normally film and then go eat lunch, you know? So my lip will not be here later. It is transferring to my teeth, unfortunately. Not a lot of products do that. It might be the gloss that's making it oily. I don't remember it transfer. I didn't give it a lot of time though between the lipstick, so I don't know what's doing it. It could be the gloss, it could be the lipstick. I personally think it's the gloss that's making it more slippy and slidey and getting in my mouth. But maybe I won't put it on top of anything and I'll just use it by itself, because I do love to use the Fenty Gloss Bomb by itself. So I'm sure I would probably enjoy using this by itself as well. Maybe not with a lipstick. Because it is a little more oily and it seems to be transferring into my teeth. And I don't have that problem a lot of having lipsticks transfer to my teeth. So I definitely think it's one of those two things, the lipstick or the gloss. I really think it's a gloss though. So that's it for today, guys. Let me just very quickly run through the products that I'm really liking. Honestly, I think I love everything. These glosses are really, really nice. They're, I want to say, a very close dupe. I think the Milani ones, the Lustrous lip glosses, are a little more spot-on dupes to Fenty. The shade might be a little closer, but the formula is not. Milani is definitely closer on the formula there. Love these lipsticks already. They're just a nice cream lipstick. They're comfortable. Obviously I didn't try this one on camera, so I don't know what I'm showing you. This bronzer, it's nice. It's just very light and not very pigmented. If you're into not very pigmented bronzers, it's a good one. If not, pass. But it's not bad at all. It was easy to work with. It wasn't patchy at all. Very smooth. This Catrice highlighter, I think it's pretty. I think that if you're any darker than me, it's gonna look very white. Like, I feel like it's very borderline white for me. Like, too light. It's borderline too light for me. So if you're deeper than me, I would pass. I don't think it's gonna work for you, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I think this is the only shade that they have. I don't think that they had another shade of those. Oh, I forgot. Try to set my skin, guys. Very quickly. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. This is brand new from e.l.f. Holy cow, it smells like cucumber in the nicest way. Oh my god. It reminds me of the Mario Badescu cucumber spray, but this one is still a little bit better. Like, it smells nicer. Oh my gosh, I love that. One of the products I forgot to talk about today, guys. I hadn't used it yet. Oh. If you don't like fragrance, you're not gonna like this. I don't know. Like, it's not perfuming anyway, but it is noticeable fragrance, and it is lingering a little bit. I can still smell it. Oh, but it smells so good. If you love fragrance, so you're gonna love that. It smells so good. I love cucumber. Oh my god, it's really getting on my teeth a lot. I love this. I love this scent. So good. And it dried down very nice, and yeah, I like it. I like it already. I'm gonna have fun with that one. This foundation, it's nice. It's a nice medium coverage for $6. Like, if you're into really thin, light coverage serum like foundations, it's a thumbs up. If you're looking for something more full coverage, this ain't it. No, it ain't it. It's not it. Not it. But it's nice. What else? Oh, this primer. Oh, the primer. Where did the primer go? Oh, here it is. It feels super nice. My skin feels the softest it's ever felt. I don't think it looks super smooth. Honestly. I'm trying to, like, there's a pressure on my eye. It doesn't look, I mean, it did help a little bit now that I'm looking at it a little bit more. My pores don't look as intense and as noticeable. They're definitely still visible. But my skin, oh my god, if you touch my face right now, it feels way softer than what it normally does. I love that. So I really, really like this already. Like, my skin feels so soft. I love it. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm still missing stuff. Oh, Juvia's Place. I was excited about these. I really, really was. I was thinking they're pigmented formula. These colors are beautiful. I'm gonna love these. I can't return them anymore. because I bought them from Juvia's Place, but no, I think I bought them from Ulta actually. I don't know. I could return them, but I don't want to just because I already used 3 shades, you know, but I don't like them. They're not, I mean, if I'm going to use another peachy palette, I'd rather use something a little more, I don't know, I was expecting them, I know they look a little drab and like plain, but I was expecting that same Juvia's Place like intensity and pigment and just like richness. And this ain't it. It's super, super sheer and barely shows up on my eyes. So it's a no from me. This blush, however, oh, here we go. It's everything. I want to add some more just because I love it so much, guys. It's so pretty. So pretty. I'm just gonna like just add up the blush, guys. So nice. So pretty. This blush is everything. I love it. Okay, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, guys. I feel like I do that a lot of the time. I forget stuff, or I forget to go over it with you guys, you know, at the end like I am right now. I'm trying to be better about that, obviously, like right now. Kind of going over what I liked and what I didn't like. I'm going to need 2 shades in this, though. These are my 2 shades. But yeah, I mean, I really liked almost everything in this video that I tried. I mean, it was all really, really nice, except the eyeshadow. Okay. That's its own thing. So upset. Anyways, I did buy another Juvia's Place palette. Their Nomad. I don't know. I think their Nomad palette, the green one with the mustardy. I hope that will be a better experience. So make sure you are subscribed and you like this video if you like this video. That way I can film more like it for you guys. So hopefully my appearance or that palette will be better. My experience with that other palette will be better than these 2. But anyways, that is it for you guys. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. See you guys in my next one.